Let's get into 50 Cent, obviously the greatest of all time, and actually probably the best fighter in hip hop because he was training to be a boxer at one point. So speaking of 50, congratulations, man. Round of applause to 50 Cent. Diamond, first ever diamond plaque in America. And I got to break this down for you, for a lot of slow people out there, because a lot of people are confused about this, which I don't understand how this becomes confusion. His first ever diamond plaque, and it's for his single In the Club. So In the Club has officially gone diamond, 10 million sold single. And people are like, whoa, why now? It should have been gold, diamond a long time ago. What happened? Blah, 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 blah. First, I want to break down that this is sales in America. Once again, guys, a lot of people, didn't Get Rich or Die Trying go diamond? How is his first diamond plaque? Did not go diamond in America. It's only gone diamond worldwide. That's the first thing, because I don't know why there's still confusion on that. This is only in America, guys. It has nothing to do with the globe, not Canada, not... By the way, 50 got a plaque for 2 million sold in a whole different fucking country. I forget where it was, but he got a 2 million sold, Get Rich or Die Trying, in a whole different country. Sold 2 million copies. A whole different fucking country. So Get Rich is probably 20 million sold by now worldwide. Anyways, so this is only in America. It's the 43rd hip-hop song to go diamond. 121 songs of all time to do it. And then 50 said, I feel good. I'm that thing, 50 Cent. So diamonds are forever, he said. That thing 50 Cent is no joke. So he's obviously happy about it. By the way, fun fact, Get Rich or Die, In the Club is the most played radio song in history ever. It's the most listened to, most listened to radio song in the history of all time in America. I mentioned that in the Get Rich or Die Trying documentary, so that's another record that, I wish could be actually a plaque. Would be really cool. But going on the RIAA website confused a lot of people because people were looking at the verifications, right? And I don't blame them because the website's kind of fucked up in this. I don't know why they get these dates wrong and they mess up shit. But let me see if they messed up other people's stuff. Let me go like to Imagine Dragons on Top of the World or Thunder, which is a diamond song in itself. Yeah, they got the dates right on this, kind of. Yeah. Anyways, on here, the dates are kind of weird. So what RIAA does is, so there's like checkpoints on platinum and all this stuff. So they have to report on gold, platinum, and then diamond. Those are like 3 checkpoints. What I mean by that is like gold is gold. It's 500,000 sold. Then it goes to a different status, meaning platinum, which is 1 million sold. And then it goes to a different status, which is diamond, 10 million sold. So when they updated the certifications for In the Club, they did it on January 20th. And that was the first like platinum update. So they had to do that checkpoint. So on the certifications, it shows platinum. And then it shows 7 times platinum on January 20th, 2023. So people, when they saw this, people in the comments like, how the fuck does it go 7 times platinum in the same day? But people, God forbid me for saying this, but people are slow. And I'm sorry, a lot of people are stupid. But this is just being updated. It's catching up is what RIAA does. And a lot of people don't know that the label has to submit the certification update. They have to pay for it. Because RIAA doesn't do that. They don't keep track of that. They don't have all of Universal and all these labels, datas, and they keep up with that. No, the label submits it. So now this is where the confusion comes in. I understand. On January 19th, one day before January 20th, it's 9 times platinum. So that makes no sense. It goes backwards the next day. So that date thing, I think they messed up on. I think January 19th, they probably had platinum and 7 times platinum. And then January 20th, they had 9 times platinum. So that date's messed up. So sometimes I've seen that on the actual website. They do get things messed up, like labels, like the Outcast thing. They had them signed to So Def, Jermaine Dupri's label, which that never happened. They never signed to that label. So they have labels sometimes, where the label's from wrong. Sometimes dates on certifications wrong. But Diamond is November 1st. So that's official. So when I posted that, people were like, whoa, what, these dates seem all off, which I get it. I get that confusion. But the rest of the confusion is just them catching up with the certifications. So all since October 25th, 2004, all the way to January 20th, 2023, it went from then it sold what? Because 500,000 from 500,000 to 9 would be 8.5 million within that time frame. So that's all it is, just catching up. So people get confused, and there's nothing to be confused. Nobody's boosting streams like people in the comments. And then people are saying, oh, he did this in like 10 months. He went from 9 times to diamond. That's not hard to do. He's on Final Lap Tour. I'm sure a lot of people, 20th anniversary, my documentary, maybe the tour. I'm over here saying maybe the tour of my documentary. Like my documentary is bigger than the tour. No, it's not. But my point is, all this nostalgia, 50 touring, it's probably got a lot of people streaming it, and that's why I went diamond. Now the album, I hope, gets diamond pretty soon. I'm hoping. That'd be really cool. So if he gets a diamond album, like officially in America, that'd be really cool. But that's on the way. That's 9 times platinum. So, and it hasn't been updated since 2020, I think, or 21. So I was honestly thinking that album's gonna go diamond already by now, but maybe it's gonna happen pretty soon here. But that's really cool, man. Shout out to 50, first diamond song. Another thing that people were asking is, why did In the Club take forever to go diamond? Think of it like this. This is the reason why. iTunes launched in 2001, and that's when you could individually purchase songs. But, however, digitally purchasing things at the time wasn't really, a thing. People didn't really do it that often. It was just like, okay, we have an option to do it digitally, but I'll just go pick it up physically. So at the time, albums were selling more than singles. If you look at certifications at the time, it was rare when singles went platinum or double platinum, just a single. Mainly albums were doing that, doing double platinum, triple, diamond, whatever. Like that's why you see a lot of older artists, platinum, they have insane sales for albums, but their singles aren't that much. Because back then, people weren't really purchasing singles. iTunes introduced that with single purchases, and then that started happening a little bit, and then it started picking up. And then and the reason why I'm using Lil Wayne as a comparison, because Lil Wayne recently went diamond with Lollipop. So people are like, okay, Lil Wayne dropped Lollipop in 2008 and went diamond in 2022. How come it took 50 longer from dropping in 2003, which is a whole lot earlier, till now to go diamond? Well, 50, if you look, Get Rich or Die Trying has sold a lot more than the Carter 3. So it's like 50 did a lot more in album sales than Lil Wayne, but Lil Wayne did a lot more in singles, because at that time, in 2008, people were purchasing singles and buying digital stuff a lot more than they were physical, And then eventually streaming got added onto that, so that adds a whole, thing to it. So that's why. Back then, singles weren't selling as much. Albums were selling a lot more, but then as the years went on, singles were selling a lot more than albums. And now it's honestly, singles are doing a lot. Look at Drake. Drake's got like 3 diamond singles. But does he have a diamond album? No. Is he getting there? Yeah, but that's what I mean, is the singles are doing more. Back then, it would be albums would get those diamond and those crazy certifications, and then singles would go gold, maybe platinum, it would be like maybe double platinum if you got there, stuff like that. Unless you're Michael Jackson, obviously you're doing insane stuff regardless. So, yeah, that's what I mean. Back then, like, because imagine you going to physically buy a single, which would cost a physical CD. You could buy CDs as singles. Like you could do that, but it was very rare. Like it was like promotion singles. So that would count as sales. But imagine going to buy just In the Club as a single for $1.99, $2.99, in the store. Might as well just buy the whole fucking album for $11. You're only spending like $7, $8 more. So why not just get the whole album? So that's kind of the mentality that I'm trying to explain to you guys here. And then obviously streaming changed it up. So that's why it takes a while for older artists to get. Regardless, what it does show is that 50's music is still relevant. All these certifications going diamond finally. He's probably going to go diamond with Candy Shop. I don't know where Candy Shop's at. If I remember, it was like 7 times platinum or some crazy shit like that. 6 times, or let's see, where was Candy Shop? Because Candy Shop's probably his second biggest record in terms of like sales. 5 times platinum. Okay, so 5 times. Did he have anything else that was close? Like 21 Questions 4 times. Hate to love the dogs on top. Yeah, I don't know which ones. So yeah, I think Candy Shop's the biggest one. It's 5 times. So Candy Shop is his next. It's gonna take a while to get diamond, but he'll get there. See, that's what I'm saying. The album sales haven't been updated since 2020, February 2020. So Get Rich probably is gonna be diamond pretty soon here. Massacre's at 6 times, so that's gonna take a little while, but Massacre can get up there too. So yeah. Anyways. After all this, right, this great certification, 50 did an interview. Yes, he did an interview while on tour. And what I'm telling you guys right now, he sounds super excited about working on new music. This guy who interviewed him, shout out to you. You actually asked about the music, which I appreciate. The questions could have been a little bit better, but I still appreciate the interview a lot. Great interview. Asked the right music questions. I'm tired of him not getting asked about music questions. I get it, because 50's working on, movie stuff. I get it, but I want music questions. So let me play the clip for you guys on this interview. Sorry, that background was the interview starting. And then let me just play you guys, and you're gonna see how excited 50 sounds. Shout out to this guy. It's Evropa2 is the YouTube channel. The guy's name, I don't know. I can't see here. I don't know his name. Rosvor, probably, I think is his name. So shout out to him. Yeah, 50 did an interview. Let me play it.
You still working on some new tracks? Because 20 years ago from Get Rich or Die Trying, your debut album.
When I'm not moving around and not touring, doing things, then it's gonna permit me to focus on creating music. And then like you get a little more of what you get from Dr. Dre and Eminem from me at that point. You see, they don't. When the last time you seen Eminem on tour? You see what I'm saying? Like it's been a while, but he'll go make the music because his passion is still in music. But he's like a lab rat. He'll go to the studio and come up with something new. And like now, I'll do the traveling. I'll be out and be comfortable filming and doing different things that was uncomfortable for us in the beginning. And just over time, it developed the comfortability with it. But I can go do some of that now. I can go record and go concentrate on the music and come up with something great, possibly before they see me pop out. Then it'd be really exciting to see me after I come up with something good.
Yeah, of course. So we are talking about new album or just singles?
I would make a record.
So your last record was 2014, Animal Ambition, right?
Yeah, I did. Animal Ambition was like a mixtape, that one.
So yeah, he talks about his mixtape and how he transformed it. First, he sounds excited, and I agree with what he said. He said, hey, I'm more out and about. I'm doing tours. I'm doing concerts. Dre and Eminem, I don't remember the last time Eminem went on a fucking tour. It's been 90 million years. Dre never does tours. I don't remember the last time he's been on a tour. But yeah, 50's more accessible out there. So I agree with that part. It's like, hey, I'm more accessible. I'm more in front of the fans, but I'm not releasing music. But Em and Dre release more music, but they're not even accessible at all. So he's saying, I'm going to sacrifice a little bit more of that accessibility and work on music. So we are going to get a new album. He sounds excited in saying that. He sounds like he's hyped. I'm sure fans have constantly told him, and I mentioned in the last 2 podcasts, whatever, that a fan went up to him and asked him about music. He said, yes, I'm working on a new album. He's excited. So I'm sure after when the tour's over, he's going to lock in a little bit more, and then we're going to get something really special, which I hope, man. I'm tired of getting my hopes up. Like I said, I'm grasping at straws here, and just letting you guys know, grasping at straws here, that's all we're doing. We're not confirmed. The second thing, I'm surprised he said, is Animal Ambition is a mixtape. So do we have to retitle that as a mixtape? I think he's only saying, which I can see why he's saying it's a mixtape. Want to know why? Because he did release it before it even came out. Like every song came out, like he was doing a whole 2 months, like every week he would drop a song off the album. So it's like basically free, and he still did 45,000 first week, and then he's done like 150,000 total so far on sales. So does that mean we update on Wikipedia and all this stuff that Animal Ambition isn't the 5th album? It's actually a mixtape. He said it's a mixtape. So I don't know if he's saying that because he's disappointed in the sales and he doesn't want, people being comparing it to, which I don't know why. Animal Ambition, I really wasn't a huge fan. It was a good album, but it wasn't that great. Like I'd give it like a 7 out of 10, probably something like that. Because I haven't really gone back to it. I've gone back to every 50 album. But Animal Ambition, I never really I don't know why. Just not. It's good. It's not great. It's not nowhere near classic, but good is like a 7 out of 10 for me. Great is like 8 to 9, and then obviously classic's 10 out of 10, and then average is like 5 out of 10, 6 out of 10, and then horrible is just anything below 5. So him classifying as a mixtape was very interesting to me. I've never heard him say that about Animal Ambition. That's the first time I've ever heard him say that. So following, later down the line in this interview, he mentions something relating to Eminem and Relapse 2. And this crushed my soul. So I'm going to play it for you guys.
Okay, you mentioned Eminem. And can we look forward to some song with M? Or
we have a whole CD together. He did Relapse. Yeah. And then, when he didn't see the response that he wanted from that, he scrapped Relapse 2. And then went to Recovery. And Relapse 2, I think we had like 4 or 5 songs on that album together. So it was like, but the world probably won't ever hear that record. It'll probably stay in his machines. Yeah.
Eminem's always gonna make music. Anyways, that crushed my soul, man. That crushed my soul. First off, I love Relapse. I don't care what anybody says. Relapse is a fucking genius of an album. Sometimes it even takes the #1 slot for me. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. You know, I think I ranked it at number 2 or number 3 on my Eminem top albums list. I don't remember. But I don't understand why people don't like it. It is a perfectly, like, first off, the lyrical, the bars on that fucking album is next level. Like, it's production, everything was it's like a fucking movie. Even the skits. Hey Marshall, how you doing? Like in the beginning, oh yeah, I mean, I've been like, it's just so good. It's a fucking movie. I would have loved Relapse 2. And now that I'm hearing Relapse 2 is gonna be, but damn near a 50 and Eminem album, 4 or 5 tracks with 50 and Eminem. I just want to, just kill me. Like that. I need that. That's exactly what I would have loved, man. And I don't mind Recovery. It's a great album, but fuck, man. So when I heard that, that just crushed my soul, man. I hope we get that. You know, we got that Is This Love record, which is that Curtain Call when he dropped the Curtain Call 2. That was in 2009. So maybe that was one of the tracks that was there, which is an all right track. But man, I'm just upset we never got a 50 and M album. Like, we never got a 50 and M album. That was the man. Imagine if they would have they would have started working on Relapse 2 and then like, we got 5-6 tracks together, man. Maybe we can release, like how Bad Meets Evil, Eminem Royce the 5-9 when they dropped that. Maybe they could have been like, we got like 6-7 tracks, 8-9. We're gonna get 10 here. Maybe we could drop, because after that, Kanye and Jay-Z was doing Watch the Throne, and then eventually Eminem did Royce the 5-9 did whatever, Bad Meets Evil. Like, that would have been a good time, man, to do that. Fuck, man. I hate my life. Anyways, yeah, so interesting interview, man. If you haven't seen it, I don't know how to, it's in a whole different language, so I don't know how to tell you guys. Search up Evropa 2. So EVROPE 2 on YouTube. And then put 50 Cent after that. Maybe it'll pop up for you guys. But yeah, new interview, talks about various things, mainly music, which I love. So shout out to this guy for doing the right thing and asking mainly music. Congratulations on 50 on all the movies and stuff, but I want music. So I think a lot of us feel that way. So I'll keep an eye on this, and hopefully, something pops up.